Hey yo, what's good guys, and welcome back to Anime Max. As they say, every great man has a swordsman behind his back. No, they don't, but who cares? Whether you're a One Piece fan or not, everyone is somewhat a fan of Roronoa's Zoro, Monkey D. Luffy's right-hand man, and one of the fandom's absolute favorite characters. With his shock of vibrant green hair, single eye, and scars decorating his body, like medals that are testament to his many successful battles, the vice captain of the Straw Hats is without a doubt one of the strongest people featured throughout the series. Since joining Luffy's crew, he has only grown stronger, and WANO proved no less of a stepping stone for the Straw Hats. This begs the question, just how strong is Zoro after WANO? And can he get any stronger? Well, we are here to answer that very question. But before we move on, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell for more amazing content on One Piece. With that said, brace yourself and let's dive in. In the last few arcs, we see his power grow to a whole new level. Ever since the time skip, no one was able to match Zoro for a while, nor did anyone come close to besting him. He was easily able to defeat anyone who dared to stand in his way, putting in practically no effort. Let me tell you, you do not want to mess with this guy. Then came the Wano country arc, and while he fought against various opponents, each battle and its outcome was the same. At long last, he got the chance to show off his growth when he faced off with Kaido the Beast, also known as the strongest creature, as well as Big Mom, both members of the Four Emperors. When Luffy ended up in a tight spot during the battle against Kaido, he stepped up to aid his captain and best friend. We are finally able to witness his abilities at their best, landing blow after blow on the captain of the Beast Pirates, dodging his attacks as if they are nothing, ultimately injuring him in his dragon form and drawing blood, him being the only other person to do so after Oden. Thus, this was a feat that no ordinary warrior could achieve. But no one ever said Zoro was ordinary, did they? I mean, not everyone can boast blocking a combined attack from the two emperors. In fact, Kaido was initially brushing off his and Luffy's combined attacks. However, we then see him use advanced conqueror's haki, which in and of itself is an absolutely incredible accomplishment. Not to mention that very few characters have succeeded in achieving as of yet. This is thanks to another incredible weapon in his arsenal, Enma, Oden's sword and a gift from his daughter. A sword famed for being the only one that can land a strike on Kaido. And with the ability to draw out haki from its user, it allowed him to bring out the second and third stage of ryou, an advanced form of Conqueror's haki. The first strike he made with it, meant to cut a tree, cut off a whole cliff instead. Evidently, such a power-up also makes wielding the sword a draining process. However, Zoro proved more than up for the task, acknowledging the fact that it was difficult and also commending the former owner of the sword for wielding it for so long. However, these weren't the only new tricks up his sleeve. Homurasaki, also known as Flame Rend, is one of Kinemon's tactics that he made use of in multiple battles, and also cutting through Kaido's flames, rendering his fiery powers completely useless. He was also able to launch whirlwind attacks so strong that they broke through absolutely anything. However, he didn't just learn some new moves. A lot of his trademark abilities also gained the limelight in their new amped up form. Most notable amongst them was his very own creation, Santoryu style, or the three sword style. Yes, this is exactly what it sounds like. Wado Ichimonji, Sandai Kitetsu, and Enma are the three swords he wields in this battle, with one in each hand and one in his mouth. The attack that ensues with these blades, namely Ashura, holds enough destruction to make the strongest creature bleed. And speaking of Ashura, man is it a badass move. It is no exaggeration to say that Zoro is one of the strongest pirates out there. With his aim to become the most skilled and powerful swordsman in the world, it is of course obvious that he would have a unique technique. This ability essentially makes use of his spirit projection abilities, an illusion with multiple heads and numerous arms ripping through any opponent in his way, and thus getting the name Nine Sword Technique, or Ashura. Suffice it to say that the strongest creature was powerless when Zoro rammed into him with full force. Soon after he recovered, a new opponent stood ready for him, King, the Beast Captain's second in command. Both swordsmen, close friends, and vice captains to the captains of the two of the most powerful crews in the world, the two appear to be similar in many ways. King, however, taunts him, saying that he respects tradition too much, to which my man Zoro replies that he would do whatever it takes to win. What follows is a fierce and brutal combat with both sides doing their utmost and bombarding a barrage of attacks on the other. The Beast Pirate, however, is largely unaffected by his assaults, and Enma is rapidly draining his haki. Eventually, the Straw Hat realizes that the sword is testing him to check whether he was a respectable swordsman or not. Instantly, Zoro returns to himself, the manifestation of a true and dignified warrior. As expected, his enemy stood no chance once Enma's full power came to life, and he soon lay defeated. This was not just a mere victory over a powerful opponent, but with this win, he mastered using Enma, foreshadowing exponential growth in his strength and capabilities. Okay, so I think one thing is clear from all the above. This man has inhumane endurance level, jumping back into fight after fight without seeming to break a sweat. Oftentimes, he seems to cross his limits only to recover swiftly and rushing back into action. And there is no one who can stand in Zoro's way when he has a sword in hand. He is completely capable of destroying King and Queen Kaido's right hands in battle. With Enma, his power increased substantially, putting him in such a position that he could potentially be stronger than the admirals in Marineford, or at the very least, the same power level as them. You can also say without a doubt that even without his swords, he is highly strong and capable, able to combat a multitude of enemies. First, let's take out the ones he bested easily. These consist of X-Drake, a member of the worst generation, working for the world government as well. He can turn into a dinosaur thanks to the Devil Fruit, yet this prehistoric power-up is not nearly enough to stop Zoro. Another bozo Zoro disposed of, and the worst generation pirate as well, Scratchman Apu. While the ability to bend sound seems terrifying, don't forget we're in the One Piece universe, and moreover, this is Zoro we're talking about. My man just covered his ears and busted Apu in no time. Now, Queen is a significantly more dangerous opponent, with his raw strength and adeptness with poisons and drugs. While able to absolutely crush many strong fighters, he proved a genuine challenge for the Straw Hat Vice Captain. Nonetheless, Zoro's constant improvement in adaptability allowed him to bust both the Beast Pirate Vice Captains. And while we're at it, let's even compare him to Yamato, Kaido's daughter. She may not be the strongest pirate ever, but her capabilities are nothing to sneeze at. There hasn't been an actual battle between the two, but if it were ever to go down, it'd be a tough one to decide. Best guess, Zoro takes the win cause, plot armor, but still, who do you think would win between Zoro and Yamato? And while there isn't a shred of doubts whatsoever regarding his capabilities, we can definitely not say that Zoro is the strongest character. As much as we don't want to, there are still certain characters that could beat him, whether that is due to skill, sheer natural power, or because of devil fruits. These include, first and foremost, Luffy. Zoro is nowhere near able to beat his captain in his current state, or for the foreseeable future with his natural talent, unsurmountable skill, and special ability because of the devil fruit, Gum Fruit, he ate. Nor is he capable enough to defeat his former master, Dracul Mihawk, although that is still a bitter pill for him to swallow. Mihawk is the one who first taught him the art of swordsmanship. However, the student has not eclipsed the teacher just yet. In addition to that, as we have already seen, he cannot defeat Kaido or Big Mom on his own at his current level either. Whilst capable of wounding them or defending himself against their phenomenal attack power, he cannot triumph over the two emperors. Last but definitely not least, the previous owner of his greatest weapon Enma, Kozuki Oden. He is also a superior warrior and has a claim over the title Zoro dreams to have, the world's best swordsman. So there you have it. Zoro is incredibly powerful. There is definitely no doubt about that, just not the strongest yet. Or so his fans would like to think. However, at the same time, we must remember that he is constantly evolving and might just claim the title of the most powerful in the One Piece universe. Except for Lucy, of course. For now, that's all from my side, and this is me signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future content, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.